Hello everybody. A while back I started a Every Value Ever Of series. I started it when I found out that the cent was being discontinued. I did the cent, I did the nickel, I did the dime, but I don't think I've done the quarter, the half dollar, and the dollar coin. And today's video is going to be the quarter. I also think the reason that I stopped doing it is because it took like 20 hours to get 20 minutes of footage. But I'm actually going to be a little more efficient this time. Hopefully I can finish this video at a reasonable time, at a reasonable hour. And I'm going to start right now. Now, like all the other coins, the quarter starts at the very beginning of the country in the 1780s. And I'm not going to continue to 2025. I'm only going to continue until 1964 when silver was taken out of the quarter. Because the silver is what made it valuable, for being honest. Yeah, I'm sure there are quarters from 1965 onward that are worth some money, but those deserve their own separate video. I'm only going to 1964, one, so this video is not an hour long, and two, because 1965 onward, unless it's a specific era or a specific type of quarter that's special, it's going to be 5 cents because clad coins just don't hold up in value like the silver coins do. With that being said, let's get to it. You know what to do by liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing it. Well, on to the video. Between 7,100 and $3 million. The quarter wasn't minted for quite a few years after 1996, and in 1804 it was the first time it was minted in a lot of years. The 1804 quarter is between $3,250 and over $475,000. $475,000 and $15,000. $400,000 and $11,000. $2,500 and $750,000. Skipping ahead 8 years because there were no quarters from 1807 to 1814. 1815 is when the capped bust quarter series started, and they range from between $1,000 and $250,000. At the 1818 cap bust quarter can be worth anywhere from $100,000 to over $125,000. Between $100 and $60,000. From $100 to $145,000. Between $165 and $175,000. Between $32,000 and $500,000. From $400 to $175. And $185 and $115,000. Between $200 and $3,000. Between $91,000 and $335,000. $150 and $43,000. Between $60 and $15,000. A few $100 to over $100,000. Between $75 and $15,000. Between $75 and $65,000. Between $75 and $125,000. Between $70 and $100,000. Between $100 and $100,000. Between $75 and $1,800. $25 and $135,000. Between $35 and potentially over $250,000. Between $35 and over $125,000. Between $35 and over $30,000. $50 and $50,000. between $70 to over $80,000. Between $30 and $800. From $27.50 up to over $25,000. $30 and $600. From between $45 to as much as $20,000. From between $30 to over $7,000. From roughly $65 to over $3,000. From $1,150 to over $40,000. Between $35 and $47,500. From between $125 to over $30,000. From around $450 to over $45,000. From roughly $25 to over $60,000. From between $25 to over $5,500. From $25 to over $55,000. From between $40 to over $5,500. Between $25 and $4,250. From between $25 up to $12,500. From $30 as high as $50,000. From about $25 to over $29,000. From $25 to $42,500. From between $25 to up to $50,000. The value of this is between $100 to $110,000. From $165 up to $50,000. The value of this is between $100 to $110,000. Approximately $850 up to $24,000. From about $390 to over $30,000. From $150 to over $100,000. From $475 to over $47,500. From between $70 and $16,500. From between $45 up to $60,000. From a few $100 to well over $100,000. About $100 to over several $1,000s. About $25 to about $2,000. From $20 to about $17,500. From $20 to about $15,000. From $20 up to $15,000. From $27.50 to $10,000. From between $250 and as much as $25,000. From between $250 to over $20,000. From $250 to over $20,000. From $300 to about $23,000. From $230 to $14,500. Approximately $375 up to $12,000. From a few $100 up to $20,000. From around $393 to about $13,000. From around $400 to over $20,000. From $275 to $27,500. From $275 up to $15,000. From about $150 up to $18,500. From about $25 to over $16,000. Moving on with the next generation, barber quarters. The first barber quarter was minted in 1892, and it ranges from around $12.50 and it can go up to $17,500. From about $7.64, with rare examples exceeding $20,000. from anywhere from about $15 to over $18,000. From about $10 to over $55,000. From $10 up to $11,500. From about $10 to over $10,000. From around $10 up to $22,500. From $10 to over $1,000. Moving right along to the next century, we have the 1900 barber quater. It can be worth anywhere from around $10 to $300. $10 to about $5,250. $15 to over $11,500. From $9 to over $31,500. From between $15 and over $12,000. From $20 to $8,000. From $10 to over $7,500. From about $9 to over $120. From around $35 to over $11,000. From $10 to around $4,800. From $10 to $30. From $9 to as much as $25,000. Between $9 and $220. $25 to potentially over $26,000. $10 to over $10,000. From $10 to over potentially $12,000. From $10 to about $1,000. Right along with the next generation, we're going to Scanning Liberty quarters. And they range from under $50 to well over $1,000. From about $20 to over $21,000. From $20 to $48,500. From $15 to up to $8,000. From $175 to over $1,000. There were no quarters minted in 1922, so we're going to have to go along in 1923. The prices range from approximately $200 to over $8,000. Between $10 up to $22,500. From $10 to $350. From $11 to over $11,000. From $10 to over $31,000. From $11 up to $2,600. $11 up to over $2,000. Approximately $11 all the way up to $45,000. The Standard Liberty quarter was discontinued in 1930, and there was no coin for 1931. There is no 1931 quarter. They do not exist. But what does exist is the very first Washington quarter, and that was first minted in 1932. Washington remains on the quarter to this day. One of these can generally range from $65, and it can exceed values up to $2,000. There was no quarter minted in 1933, so skipping ahead to 1934, these quarters can go from $7.50, and uncirculated coins can fetch prices up to $8,500. From $7.50 up to $30. From $8 to over $9,000. Between $8 and $33. Between $10 and $30. Roughly $8. From about $9.40 to over $500. $8 to $27.50. From $8 to $25. About $7 or $8. From about $8 to over $1,250. From $8 to $80. About $7 or $8. From $8 to $10,000. Between $8 and over $15,000. Between $7 to $10. Between $8 and $10.50. Between $8 and $10. Between $8 to $10.50. Around $8. Between $8.25 to $15. From $8 to $10.50. Between $7 and $9. From $7.57 up to $5,000. Between $8.25 to $10.75. From $8 to $10.50. Between $7.80 to around $10. Between $8 and $11. Between $5 and $10. Between $8.25 and it could be worth as much as $3,750. When it comes to quarters post-silver, they are all 25 cents. They are all face value. I could continue with 60 or so more quarters, and I would sound like a broken record because it would only be face value, face value, face value. And that doesn't make for good content. Plus, I've already worked on this video for 3 days, and to give an idea how long my value of every coin series takes, for every minute of footage you see, it took about an hour to film, produce, do all that stuff. So, I'm probably just gonna stop here at the quarter. If you really want to see the $50 and maybe even the dollar coin, I'll do it for you. But on my own, this is where I'm gonna stop. I'm a conservative coin collector. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share, hit the bell icon. Until next time, I'm signing off.